Hey guys, I wanted to share a real addiction that I have, okay? And it's a form of a comfort food. And if I if I'm gonna try to weasel my way out of it so that I seem a little less crazy, is it's been with me since I was young. I get a lot of comfort from the memories in which my dad used to cook this for me, but also that I would just sneakingly cook for myself whenever my parents thought maybe I shouldn't eat it tonight, was ramen. And man, oh man, do I have quite a bit of it. So I wanted to come clean, okay? This is gonna be my openness to my addiction of ramen. Admittedly, I don't actually eat it that often, although the numbers might show otherwise. Or maybe they do show that if I were to be eating them all the time, maybe I wouldn't have amassed quite the collection here. But I do, I do try to not eat it too much, but just due to its comfort, due to its reliability, due to like just the ease and speed of it, especially now that I'm a grad student again. Um, it's hard to stray away from. I love to eat it at home. I love to eat it out at a restaurant. And yeah, I'm here to just come clean on the internet. So let's start, shall we? Let's get our bowls up in here. I'm gonna go through my collection and just reveal all. So let's start with this one. This one is Goku Uma. I'm definitely butchering that. But I picked this one up at Wujimaya, product of Japan, if you will. And it's actually very, very good. It says that it's spicy, not spicy. I'd give this one a solid for a bowl. Solid three. Solid three. Alright? This is gonna be the start of our mountain. That is why I have my table here in preparation, okay? We're gonna really see the numbers. So here we got Shin Ramen. Hey, my YouTuber now. Ooh. Shin Ramen Stir Fry. I've actually not had this one, but I have high hopes for it, and so I had to pick it up. Couldn't resist. And knowing that I do like Shin, it's probably my OG ramen, especially when I was growing up. It's gotta be good, right? It's gotta be. I don't like to give myself spoilers to these ramens, so I'm often a movie reviewer after I've watched the movie, if you will. But also in regards to ramen, it's kind of weird. I picked this one up actually on one of those like Asian shopping apps where they can like deliver you stuff that you wouldn't otherwise get in the US. And so this one, but maybe prove me wrong. Maybe, hey, maybe this is in your grocery store. Definitely not in mine. But I don't remember what flavor this is. I think lobster, which is just kind of crazy. Like, I don't know, is that giving lobster? Does it look like this? I don't know. It doesn't, it just kind of looks like a blob. But I am curious to try it. I mean, I've never heard of this company. I guess I don't even know the flavor anymore, and I have high hopes. So, boom, we got a little trifecta going on. Next up here, udon. This one's a classic. Grew up with this quite a bit too. Just a solid rainy day dish. 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5. We got this version too, which don't get them confused now. They might both have the English term udon on it, but they are in fact different. This one's thick noodles. This one's essentially thin noodles, although they want to claim that it's udon. I'd give this one, honestly, maybe 1.5. It's quite bad, I'd say, but I will eat it. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Let's see here. I think one of the last cups I've got pho cup. Spicy from Costco. It is actually indeed spicy. I would not say that this is for the faint of heart. Ooh, well, get those ankles in there. Pose for the camera. So weird, but it's actually really good. It's not your traditional pho for sure, and I mean it is in a form of an instant version, but it is really spicy, super delicious. I'd say if I was sick, which honestly, I've been overdue. I'd eat this bad boy. I feel like I'd cure up a stuffy nose right away. Right away. Solid 3 out of 10 now. Alright, guys. We have made quite the dent. The hill is truly reducing in size. Can you tell? Can you tell? I think we're done with the cups here. So I didn't have too many of those, but I do have quite a few packaged ramens, and the mountain dusk rose. So let us continue. I got this bad boy. 배홍동. I actually don't know what 홍동 means, but 배 means like apple pear. It's kind of like I think it's an Asian pear, but to me it's just kind of like an apple, but that tastes like a pear. So I guess that makes it a pear. I guess I just worked my logic of why a pear is called a pear. But these are really, really good. They're kind of like spicy cold noodles, if you've ever had naengmyeon. It's kind of like a version of think noodles that are then washed in cold water so that they're cold. We're really breaking it down here. And then they're tossed in like a spicy sauce, usually that has like a apple-esque like acidic taste, so that it kind of like balances this out, and it's really, really good. This one's a little bit on the spicy end, not gonna lie, but if you just pair it with some cucumbers, pair it with some seaweed, it is quite a treat, let me tell you. So let's give this one a 4. And done. Cold noodles, year long, baby. You don't gotta wait. You don't gotta wait for no summer, but definitely a good summer treat. I also have several pots of this Japanese brand ramen that's supposed to be spicy. Oh, actually, I picked a different one that I wasn't expecting. Still Japanese. I've actually yet had to have this. It says it's spicy umakara flavor. I'm not too sure what that means, if I'm gonna be entirely honest. I think I just picked it up because I was window shopping by image, and I was like, oh, I need that. Very much a judge a ramen by its cover. I wouldn't rate it since I haven't had it, but it looks amazing. What can I say? Might be a little biased though. I do like my ramen. We also got spicy rapoki. Rapoki being a version of ramen tteokbokki, and this is actually really good as well. It doesn't come with the tteokbokki, but having mixed the two together, it is a delicious meal. Super easy, good just replacement if that's what you're craving. I'm now noticing it is actually expired. But it's ramen, so it's just like best before. It'll be fine. I got an iron stomach anyway. Let's see here. We also have, I got that at Costco. Got this at the Asian market. This one too, Asian market. This is definitely a higher, more expensive quality ramen, but the quality really shows. The noodles are, I'd say, probably the best out of the bunch here in terms of instant package. It really reminds me similarly to a restaurant like noodle, which is kind of crazy. I think I've overheard that they dry it like double times or something. It's rather than like frying it, which is, I don't know, just crazy. Maybe air drying. That's like such a cool modern day technology. Air dryers. That's not what they're called. Air fryers. Air fryers, revolutionary. Love them. Was gifted one by my neighbor, and I've been using it ever since. Yeah, this bad boy, so good. I usually stray away from the simplistic flavors of like soy sauce or like salt-based soups, but sometimes the classics are just really that good. This is probably my first 4.5 out of 5. Really that good. This one here, supposed to be a healthier ramen. I believe the calories are just barely over 300, which is definitely on the lower end for instant package ramen. And it's, if I'm being entirely honest, it's okay. I think if you take account for the healthiness of it, it is good. But just comparatively to the joys of bad for you ramen, it's a little mid, not gonna lie, little mid. I'd say this bad boy probably goes to the trash. Not really though, but we can say sayonara to that one. Doesn't need to be in the table. Let's see. Up next here, I got some Could Not Resist whilst on my traveling road trip. We got this one right here, and then I'm looking for the other one. Let's see, where is it? Okay, I don't know where the other one is, but I went to a really cool Japanese grocery store in California and saw a lot of goods that I've never seen before, and this was one of them. I don't quite remember the flavor, but just looking at the package, probably a little tonkatsu action. Looks splendid. I'm excited to try it, and that's all I can really say. Add to the mountain it goes! Next up here, let's go back to the familiar territory, shall we? We got Monofuku Ramen. I believe that they have a restaurant. I've seen it in Vegas. They probably have it in other locations. I have yet to try it in person, but this ramen, I'd say, is just mediocre. Nothing special. But as a lover of trying and enjoying ramens, it's a good one. I like the noodles. Just the sauce is my favorite. I'd probably just add these noodles to a different sauce, which similarly, Trader Joe came out with their own ramen. God, you go eat me all. This is kind of crazy. Let's see, where is Trader Joe's ramen? Oh, I might have. Oh, there it is. This guy, Trader Joe's ramen. Sauce mid, noodles great. Definitely another version of just make your own sauce, add those noodles in. You got yourself a meal. This bad boy, I have no idea when I bought this. I have no idea what this is. It says traditional sun-dried noodles. Don't remember buying this. Will try it for sure. Probably delicious. Noodles look great. We give it a you deserve to be on the table. Next up here, my childhood chapagiri. Oh my god, it's like black bean ramen. Delicious. Oh my god, I seriously, this is the good stuff. Trust me. But couldn't eat it all the time, and I'm definitely a little biased, so 3 out of 5. 3.5 out of 5, okay. Next up here, this one, it's a no-show. We gotta continue. Also, this out of the way. Didn't realize that's infinite stuffy. How dare I? I respect you. Alright, let's go on, shall we? So, we have an japchae type of noodle. Not actually ramen, but I have no discrimination. I guess if I were to actually correct myself, I'm just a fond lover of noodles. Noodles, all types. It's kind of like a stir fry. How do I even start to describe this? It's got like the balance, which I feel like how you can describe so many foods. It's got that perfect balance of umami and savoriness and sweet. Don't mind that. There's just a little avalanche occurring in my ramen. But yeah, just got that perfect balance, if you will. But it's really, really good. If someone hasn't tried this before, I'd really recommend it. It is heavy on like sesame-esque flavors, so good stuff. But also really, really good adding like vegetables. It's often what you do with the meal as well. This is probably one of my like OG tops in terms of like most popular ramens in Korea. I am a huge fan of nukuri. It's spicy seafood flavor, and I don't know how else to really say. It's so savory, very good. Has like little bits of seaweed in it. Again, probably a solid 4.5 out of 5. Now this is the one I was trying to find earlier. This is the product of Japan, the spicy tonkatsu. The other ramen that I picked up in California, as well as this guy, which is crazy because I actually have this restaurant near me where it's menya. They're known for their skemen. I think that's how you say it. They're like the dipping noodle type of ramen, and I quite like it over there actually. It's actually converted me into that style of ramen. And I guess this is their instant version. I'm not too sure as I can't read Japanese, but excited to try this one. And this one was honestly just okay. I was a little disappointed. It's not spicy. I've heard that Japanese products like from Japan are actually not very spicy, not really known for that, so that kind of proved to be true in that regard. So Might have to throw this one in the mountain, or actually away from the mountain. Let's go on. We have more bibimbap. Oh, now that I... No, yeah, bibimbap. Oh, actually, is the other one also bibimbap? Remember that cold noodle I mentioned? I guess that's actually more closely related to bibimbap now that I think about it. So, oh, pardon me. I'm not that good with my knowledge. I never claimed to be an expert. Just a collector. Just an addiction. Bibimbap is... You can think like... How do you describe bibimbap? Oh my god, I'm so bad with my descriptions. Bibimbap, maybe like bibimbap. Maybe you guys have heard of like the rice like clay pot dish typically, where it's like filled with different various vegetables. You typically have a meat in there, if not like a tofu, like a protein product. And there is usually this like special sauce that's like kind of a little spicy, a little sweet. It's got that perfect balance, and that sauce is what's in this ramen, and it's really good as well. Perfect to mix with your vegetables. And I honestly would give this probably a pretty high, like 4 out of 5, maybe a 4.5. I'm honestly a really big fan of these kinds of ramen. And also this one. This one is so good. However, such like a guilty pleasure because it's super, super rich. I'm sure you guys have heard, I think it got really popularized in America via K-dramas, but it's like an army stew. Maybe also like BTS fans, I'm not too sure. But it's really, really good. I don't actually know the origins of that. If I were to guess, it's probably something in which the army utilized like the ingredients that they had, which is why you often see like beans getting added and like canned meat getting added via Spam and like ramen getting added, and just like this perfect like collage of just like beautiful flavors to make a really rich product in. This stuff, amazing. I'd probably also give this a 4.5 out of 5. Kimchi ramen. This is really good too. Oh my god. Oh, I think my fandom for ramen is showing. But kimchi ramen. It's got little bits of kimchi in it, and so not a scam here. And it is just really rich, really good. I often honestly do like adding kimchi to my ramen. It adds that like extra oomph that you can't really find aside from kimchi. It's a little like unexplainable and just makes everything better. in soups. I wouldn't like pair kimchi with like, I don't know, a cheesecake. I don't know, ice cream. I don't know, goldfish. But this stuff, great. Probably give it like a solid like 3.5, maybe upwards of 4. Out of 5. Yeah, out of 5. We got cheese ramen. I think this is a spicy variant as well. Yep. Spicy cheese ramen. I think it comes with like a little packet of powdered cheese, and I think it's surprisingly pretty good. I honestly haven't had this one in a while, but I do remember liking it. I have a lot of like otogi products because my mom is a really, really big fan of that company from Korea, amongst like the food companies rather than Nongshim. She's actually kind of a hater of Nongshim. So once I moved out, I was able to buy some Nongshim. But this stuff, good. I haven't had it recently, so I can't give it a rating. But if I were to go off memory, probably like a 3. Out of the mountain. I'm slowly disappearing. I promise I'm not like slouching. Well, I guess I'm slouching a little bit. It's just that the mountain's really growing. Next up here, we got tappaguri. I think this got really popular due to the movie Parasite. It's really mixed the nuguri that, it's actually here. Perfect. With that, tappaguri is actually here. Crazy that I have the ingredients. He actually mixed these together. It was probably popularized by a celebrity to make this, and also popularized by the movie. In the movie in particular, they added like steak, and great combo. I honestly would recommend it, and I probably prefer this on its own, but this was a good try to have. Angry being that, like, I believe this is supposed to be extra spicy. I also haven't had this one in a little bit, but we'll have to try it here eventually. I think what's really difficult is, like, lately I have been kind of I wouldn't say like a diet, but I have been eating, I feel like healthier, more health conscious here, trying to get my vegetables in, my fruits in, and eating ramen not every day. So it is a little tough to go through my mountain here, but with time, I'm sure it'll come. With time, I'm sure it'll come. So let this be a note of my progress of diminishing this beast. And next up here, we got a different variation of jjajangmyeon, which I guess I never really explained, but spaghetti here is an instant ramen version of jjajangmyeon. And jjajangmyeon is like black bean noodles. They're really, really good. Honestly, this ramen doesn't taste anything like it, nor does this ramen. I feel like instant ramen has like their own flair to the that black bean flavoring. But it's kind of like a really like nostalgic, what I feel like a lot of children like to eat. Myself, notably, was a big fan of that as a child. And yeah, I would say between the two, I probably lean more towards this brand as I grew up eating this one. And it's just got that like really nostalgic flavor. But both are comparatively good. We are getting down to the last here, so progress is being made. We got classic here. Jinramen. Jinramen, I feel like many of you guys know this brand. It's the spicy version. They also have a mild version. But I would argue that spicy, at least for me and probably most Koreans that are into spice, probably don't find this one very spicy. But I feel like the noodle textures are really good. It's just like a solid, like, good base if you want to add spice, add your own produce in it, and protein. It's just a good solid, like, default. I think it's actually one of my mom's favorites, and I give it like a 3. Pretty standard. And deserves to be on the mountain. We are getting to the last bit of it here. Maggie. Oh my god. One of my friends actually introduced me to this brand, and then I saw Costco selling it, so I had to buy. It is just like a curry noodle, definitely a smaller packet, if you will. Let's do like a little size comparison. As you can see, or maybe that does it a bit more justice. I do think it's not too much less calories. Maybe like 100 to 150 less than your average. And it's really, really good. Product of India. It's got that like instant curry flavor, not spicy, and also very good with vegetables. I pair it with like some bell peppers. I think that's honestly all I've added, but not. Oh, it's gone. It's okay. I got backups. In the picture, they added broccoli, and I do think I've been fed broccoli with this ramen before. It was surprisingly really good. So, would recommend. Well deserving of the mountain, and there it be. And I think lastly is two left. I'm sure you guys have been wondering when this is gonna end. Last left is Tumba. It's a Shin ramen. It's actually a new brand, and I was very excited to find this. Have been having a really difficult time finding it, honestly. I've not found it in Washington, only found it in California, but it's very good. It's like a creamy version of the buldak carbonara ramen, except not as spicy, and I would say, honestly, admittedly, probably not as good, because the noodles here are not like that thick buldak style that I think just really complements that style of ramen really well. But still good, a good competitor. You kind of lose the Shin ramen like flavoring that comes in their usual package. But for anybody that just likes ramen, would recommend this one. And good luck finding it too. Trust me, this guy hard to find. And if you can't find it, don't worry. It's not worth your troubles. And then lastly, we got good old Ichiran. Ichiran, bought this on Amazon. A lot of these I bought from the Asian grocery store or Costco, and then this one being the only exception that I bought on Amazon. And it comes with 5 packets. Definitely was probably the most expensive ramen here. 5 package, resulting in like a $30 price tag. But I would say, arguably, it is probably the best out of all these, in which for an instant ramen, super high quality. It does feel very, very comparable to the actual restaurant ramen. And I And honestly, just a really big fan. It's got the thin noodles. It's got a really thick broth. Super rich, delicious stuff. You could make 2 bowls of ramen with one broth and just like supply your own noodles. And that is the star. It's just ridiculous. Of the mountain, I'm literally drowning in noodles. And what's crazy too is let me show you. I didn't even insert the repeats. If I really were to get in this, I could try my best to really make a tower here and just completely eliminate my existence. I honestly believe that I could entirely fill up this screen and it could be comprised of nothing but ramen. Could you imagine this being like a screensaver? It's just someone slowly building up ramen blocks. It's like a little like loading screen. Honestly, that would be such a good idea for like Lego. They should have like a loading screen that's just slowly adding one block at a time. But yes, guys, this is my addiction. I suppose this is now my outro, as my mission has been complete, sharing my ramen journeys. But I thank you guys for watching. I hope there be no judgment and any my love for my childhood snack, but also my adult comfort food when you just gotta have something reliable and quick sometimes. And the twist on it is that now that I'm older and can eat what I want, I can add veggies to it. I'm a lot less picky than I was growing, like when I was little. And you can make ramen healthy. And also, you don't gotta eat all the time. You don't gotta eat all the time. I do admit there's a lot of sodium in ramen, but again, in moderation, you can eat any food of your guilty pleasure. So let that be a lesson to you guys. Eat what you like. And I don't know if I can stack any more here. I don't think I've done it optimally. But thanks guys for watching. I gotta now clean this up. But thanks guys again, okay? I'll yap with you another time, and I'm happy to share this vulnerability. Bye guys! Hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments. And hey, favorite ramen? Let me know. Alright, so one might wonder, where does she keep her stash? Well, just you wait. Take a gander at this. Would you ever expect me to open this? And that's not even all of it. I don't keep the ones that are on the floor obviously. They're actually just in another drawer. So yeah, it's a lot.